Jayco 242 bunkhouse here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. 5,460 pounds. Man, I gotta tell you, I wish I had this instead of my 264. I really do. I like Jayco. You know, I like a lot of brands, but I chose to haul a Jayco around for reasons that I'll explain as we go through this. But if this existed when I chose to tow a 264, this would have been my camper. People ask me a lot of times, hey, what do you have? Well, I'll tell you, if I had my choice today, I'd have this one. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't other things that might fit your family better. I'm saying that this is the best fit for me. But I'm kind of going to explain, you know, who is this camper for? And why would you want it? There's so many trailer brands out there, and we carry a bunch of them. So why look at the Jayco, why the 242, and why choose Haylett RV? Those are the things I'm going to tackle. Now, if at any point you like what you see or you want to learn more, I leave you a link down in the video description that says check for price and availability. You're one click away from seeing if we have this in stock and what we're asking. This is an amazing floor plan. First of all, let's just start with the base fact that if you're new to this and you don't know anything about anything, which is fine, I encourage you to do your research. That's why I put these out here. Jayco, the J-Flight, is and has been the #1 selling travel trailer since 2005 and counting. It is not just the #1 selling travel trailer, it's the #1 selling RV, period. This is the undisputed, undefeated champion. This is a big part of it right here. The fact that they have double the warranty of industry standard, and there is no one with a longer, superior warranty than Jayco. Very few will match the warranty of a Jayco, but literally no one in this class. In the all thriller, no filler, base series class, there's no one else that does what Jayco does. And guys, it's the little things. It's the attention to details here. The bigger, wider, taller baggage doors. The full, huge pass-through storage compartment with an equally sized baggage door on the other side. A lot of brands will give you the big baggage door over here, but when you start looking over there, you might find small door, maybe no door. You see the big pass-through all the way under the bed that lifts up. And when you start looking around, look at all that plywood. There's nothing wrong with an OSB, constructed product, whether it has an OSB floor deck, roof deck, bed deck, whatever. That's okay. But there's good, and then there's better. And that's what a Jayco is. It falls into that better category. Maybe it's $1 more, though. There's usually an offset to that. Although typically with this SLX series, the base level series here, they are the $1 cheaper option despite the superior construction and warranty. Recent change about the turn of the year, when the calendar year flipped to 2017, SLXs used to have an OSB roof. They still had a tongue and groove plywood floor deck, but they had an OSB roof deck. Still had the same Magnum truss system as all the other Jaycos. But they said, you know what? I feel like it's inconsistent, so they went plywood across the board. This now has plywood roof decking. We've also got all LED lighting inside and out for superior reliability. A lot of campers have LED lights inside right now, but a lot of campers still don't have LEDs outside, especially at something that is very price-focused like this camper. Now notice too, they still extend their diamond plate down around the integrated A-frame. You see how that A-frame tongue goes right into the chassis. It's not bolted to the bottom of it. It's okay to build a camper that way, but what this does for you is a couple things. It allows them to be taller inside without being taller outside. And that sounds like a mind warp, like maybe something Bob Vila could have come up with back in his time. But it's true, because they have a lower floor, not a taller roof. That's where they get the extra space. Devil's in the details. There are products in categories above this that don't have tinted windows that open for airflow. Now, you can see I've got the interior lights on. You can barely see them inside. You have to really know what you're looking for. You have to have your nose pressed against that glass to see inside, but you can see out, no problem. Now, at a base camper class, you don't usually get an outside shower, but that's standard. Spare tire. That is actually standard on your Jaycos. That's optional on a lot of trailers, even some fifth wheels, not many, but some. I like to point that out because it's like health insurance. I hope you don't need to use your health insurance, but you want it there when you need it, don't you? That's the idea behind a spare tire. That's the whole point there. 18 gallon per hour water heater is another best-in-class feature. This is, it operates on gas and electric. It's auto ignition and it's fast recharge, which allows you to run the gas and electric at the same time. at a price-pointed trailer like this, you usually get a gas-only 11-gallon-per-hour water heater. There are some that are gas and electric that are not fast recharge. There are some that are not auto-ignition, though those are exceedingly rare in today's market. You see the awning up here. This is another turn of the calendar year change. So I don't know when you're watching this video. Keep in mind that this is subject to time sensitivity. As the calendar year rolls on, some of this information may get outdated. This is here to give you an idea. If what you see in this video looks like something you might want to investigate, call us and make sure that what we have matches up what you're looking for. So you see this big power awning. That's something that a lot of basic trailers don't have. It also has the speakers built right into the awning, and what's neat about that is when the awning is out, the speakers point down. They don't point at your neighbor, so you're not going to blow him away, you know, with your the music of your choice. Because you ever notice how the person who camps next to you, they never like your music? And that guy has the worst taste in music. He's always listening to crap, but your music's awesome. That's how it always is. Anyway, outside kitchen. This is very cool. And I love the fact that even on a base level trailer, this is still strut supported. What that means is there's a pair of gas struts behind this that keep it either pushed all the way out or sucked all the way in. It doesn't want to jiggle around. You don't have to deal with latches or anything. It's just simpler. Handy little shelf up here for your spice rubs and all kinds of good little things. Dad's medicine cabinet, my favorite. You know, it's nice to have that out here. I tell you what though, having the little fridge out here to keep like bottles of water or something, or the kids, I don't know, bug juice or whatever it is, maybe mom and dad's barley pop wine coolers, I don't know, whatever you drink, it keeps you from tracking dirt through your camper. This is so handy. This is so handy, it's just not even funny. By the way, this is an easy tilt awning. When the awning rolls out, you can literally take 2 fingers and crank it down to like a 12-inch pitch, like a 1-foot pitch on it. Now, let's say you leave it down and you forget and you start rolling the button, or you push the button to roll the awning up, it will straighten itself out and roll itself back out flat next time. It is as close to idiot-proof as anything can reasonably get. When you're at a price-pointed camper, you often get double entry steps. We have triples here. And we haven't even walked inside, guys. How many extra things on a Jayco have we already talked about? Bigger pass-throughs, wider, taller pass-throughs, baggage doors on both sides, double the warranty, superior materials with the plywood bed, floor, roof decking, triple steps, easy adjust power tilt awning with speakers, tinted windows. No one of these things is, well, with the exception of the double warranty, that is a big deal, but no one thing is the reason to say I'm buying a Jayco. It's that there's so many of them. Like a strutted door so it doesn't slam open in the wind and the kids don't fling it. There's so many features that are just not usually found at this class, that are everyday facets of Jayco RV business. That's why these guys are the number one. That's why they're the best at what they do. People call all the time, hey, what's the best camper? And they say that. Well, statistically speaking, this is the best seller, so it's got to be the best for most people. I think the best is subjective. I think it depends on what you're looking to accomplish. But overall, this hits more notes than anything else. Here's one of the things I liked about these. They're taller. This is a 6'9" interior. That's 81-inch tall. That means this has 81-inch, 6'9" walls. Most campers have 6'6" walls. And you're thinking, big deal, 3 inches. 3 inches matters. 3 inches means bigger cabinets. 3 inches means more headroom in the bunks, especially that top bunk. Usually the bottom bunk is fine, but the top bunk is usually what I call a coffin. So Jaycos are allowed to be symmetrical. Here was the big determining factor for me. This shower, which we'll come back to in a minute. I'm 6'3". I'm wearing a hat, I got a hood, I got boots. I can stand in the shower without my head in the skylight. Which, by the way, I knocked the shower head down. By the way, the fact that this has a skylight in a base level camper as well as the ceiling vent up here, that is not common. I'm skipping ahead here. Let me back up a little bit. I do want to point out there are different interior decors sometimes in stock. Again, I can't stress enough. The camper I have sitting here in this video may not be, probably isn't, the one that we have in stock. It doesn't matter how much I stress that, sometimes folks still can't draw the parallel. It's just like when you see a car and a TV commercial, guys. It's just a car and a commercial. This could be different. Chances are this will be more similar than the car and the commercial, but not identical, potentially. So, here is where I love this compared to the 264. We get the outside kitchen, and we get a slide out. And those are things the 264 lacks. So you get this big U-dinette with all kinds of storage below. And you also get all this big living space and rainy day room. And you're 600 pounds different from a 264. I think this actually comes in a little bit shorter. This is such an awesome camper. I love this thing. Monster window. Holy crap. That is huge. And it opens for ventilation. That's a 50% opening sliding window. Maximum possible airflow. Look at little detail stuff too. They're giving you power outlets around your dinette in your slide. Running electrical through slide outs is something a lot of factories won't do. Jayco goes the extra mile. That's what I like. Dinette can fold down into a bed, so you can sleep one or two there because this is like a 7-foot bed when it folds down. That's the advantage of a U-dinette versus a traditional 2-bench dinette. 2-bench dinette has good storage. It can fold down into a small sleeper. This has more storage, folds into a big sleeper. You still sit the same number of people at the table. What this gives you, though, is the opportunity to set people over here. That's what's cool. Let's keep working our way around. I like that even in your base Jaycos, we have the bigger hardware to actually grab a hold of this thing. And this centralized pantry or linen cabinet or whatever you want to make it is worth its weight in gold. We have a 6-foot 9-inch tall just golden storage compartment right here. And there's no such thing as too much storage. Now that we're back in the bathroom, I like that, your sink and everything is angular. You've got plenty of leg room, and that is a foot flush stool. You saw me stand in the shower, but look at the size of this thing. It's huge. It's huge. It's really, really big. It's a 2-person shower. You know what else I like about this? Let's say you've got a little bit of hitch in your giddy up. You could actually put one of those little shower-friendly chairs in here and have elbow room. Adults, big adults, can stand in the shower and soap up their hair without their elbows hitting things. It's a big deal. It matters. Bunks. Let's talk beds. Jayco gives you a little light for each kitty sleeper area. They also have 50% thicker bunk matting than pretty much anybody else. And even some very other high-end posh brands don't spend the money on the bedding that Jayco does. Their bunks are 50% thicker, and their mattress up front is a Simmons Beauty Sleep mattress. Jayco spends more money on your sleeping, which is, statistically on average, where you spend a third of your life. That matters. Stuff like that matters. All LED interior lights I mentioned outside as well as outside, and they're all one switch activated. One switch by the door, bang, main cabin lights all kick on. Although you do still maintain the ability to individually kick on and off different lights. They're still using the better antenna, even on the base ones, because it's easier for them to use better materials across the board. That's what you're getting here. That's the benefit of working with Jayco. This antenna doesn't have to get cranked up and down. You don't have to take the chance of forgetting it. Plus, it gets better range. It's just literally better in every way. Centralized air conditioning. A lot of base campers don't have that. The advantage here is just that, you get even cooling through the entire RV. Even little detail stuff like this is not a big deal. But again, like little stuff matters. A metallic refrigerator insert. You can actually use it. It's not just the cheap pretend wood plastic insert you usually get in this business. The ability to have magnets and like little clips and things to hold notes and stuff, that is still handy even when you're camping, guys. Does this have the biggest kitchen ever? No, but it's sufficient. This is a family weekend camper. If you've never had a camper, if you're trying to figure out, like, I've got a 6 and an 8-year-old, what do I get? I got a half-ton truck. This, all day long, this camper. This is the one. Another little minor detail, but the fact that we have plywood box drawers with full glides instead of a press board with a sticker wrap. Stuff like that matters. Base level bunkhouses sometimes won't have any drawers. You gotta have a place for your forks and spoons and knives, a place for a wastebasket. Sounds stupid, but if you've never had a camper, you don't know to look for that stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you find your second camper first. That's my goal. These are things you don't think about if you've never had a camper. Where are you going to put your shoes? Well, in a Jayco, you have a shoe garage. Not every brand does that, but Jayco is making it so that other brands are adopting that because it's such a handy feature. Now, this is a basic camper, not a loaded RV, if you follow my meaning. We've got a basic stereo system. But, you can, it is Bluetooth enabled, so you still have entertainment options there, but they leave you room if you want to add little stuff. Doesn't come with a TV, but that's easy to add. Little stuff like that's not hard. By the way, these slide outs, if you're unfamiliar, are 12-volt operated. What that means is either the battery on the tongue of the trailer or the power given to your trailer from your truck, or the park power that you plug into can operate that slide. There's different methods, and a converter does the switch between work for you. Again, Simmons Beauty Sleep Mattress, I want to go back to that because it is important. This is a more expensive bed. This is a shorter camper queen. But remember, this is a base level camper. You want something that has longer beds? You want something that has a bigger bedroom? That's fine. We've got that in spades. This is the simple one. That's what this is. Still have the nice bed stands with outlets, everything though. Plenty of lighting in here. And it is prepped for a TV against the wall here in the bedroom. They did that so you could put a little swing out TV there if you want. I'm not joking. I'm not just saying this. If I were going to get into a camper today, it would probably be this one. And the reason I say that is, obviously there's other very nice campers out there, but I camp casually. That's the catch-22 of working in the camper business, is I don't get to camp as much as I would honestly like to. I get to help people put their dreams together with frequency, but I don't get to actually do it myself as often as I would like, because as the boss says, you make hay when the sun shines, and that makes sense to me. So if you are a casual camper, this is ideal. If you're going to camp a little more frequently, maybe you want to look at one of the other offerings that we have here, but there is nothing wrong with this. There's nothing to sneeze at with this thing. This is solid, and this is a new model at the time of this filming, but it's going to be a bestseller, no doubt. Absolute 100%. This will be one of the top 5 sellers in the SLX series next year, period. Give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We do hitching, pieces, parts, financing, accessories, trades, RV delivery, package deals with trucks and trailers, and everything. We trade for anything, doesn't matter. Give us a call, give us a chance. Let us shake your hand, we'll earn your business. I don't care where you live. I don't care if you're in Florida, Maine, Texas, California, whatever. Right here in our backyard. We don't lose deals. Because whether we ship it to you or it ships from the factory to a local dealer, it still ships. Don't forget that. That distance is not a disqualifier. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping.